All right, guys. Today we're going to be reacting to what do Americans think of socialized medicine. Yeah, that this will be interesting. This is New York City. New York City is a very lefty city, so I would not be surprised if a lot of these people are in favor of it. And I think they have social programs over there. You can even go there for free. You know how you don't even have to present an ID. But let's see what these people say. Make sure you like and subscribe. Just jump in.
What do you think about socialized healthcare?
I do not like the idea of that.
I don't want the government picking what I can and cannot do.
Well, my husband's from Europe, so...
Isn't that interesting? Right from the get-go, you're in New York City and you are interviewing Southerners? Really? This is so biased right from the get-go. New York City, but you're presenting people from the South right from the beginning. Ha! Wow. That's crazy.
It's pretty good, actually. I think a lot of people are covered by it. Everybody's covered. They don't have to worry about paying for it.
It's definitely more accessible for everybody. It allows all of us to remain healthy, to live long lives as much as we can.
I think it's kind of a necessity that the government provides health care for its citizens.
If everybody has something for free, who's going to pay for it?
Okay, what if people pay for it by taxes? What do you think of that?
Well, that's going to increase. You like to pay taxes?
Yeah, we don't like pay taxes, man. And here's the thing: a lot of people don't understand. I mean, New York City, you can get free healthcare. Literally, you can get free healthcare, but the services are horrendous. Horrendous. I'm talking about bad. Why do I know? Because I used to live there. There was an immigrant from Brazil. She used to she was working in her visa, and she still was getting treatment for free. She had therapy for free, everything for free, but the service is trash. You know what I'm saying? Like it's trash. In United States, the private sector has a better service than the public sector. You can just go here. It's not like Europe. Europe's the other way around, I think. The public sector is very strong, and the private sector is like, eh. All right.
So first of all, let me ask you, do you know what the NHS is?
National Healthcare?
No.
They regulate and provide national health services for the UK.
What do you think the average copay is under the NHS?
I can't imagine it goes any lower than 30.
The amount for me is like $120 to see my family physician.
And so based on that, what would you guess would be the price there?
Nothing, right?
Similar?
Probably, I would say probably higher.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Lower.
It's actually, there isn't a copay, so it's $0. Do you know if you get healthcare if you're not a citizen, do you think, under the NHS?
Isn't there certain protections, but not all of them?
You actually do get healthcare if you're not a citizen. What about if you're homeless?
You get service,
Yes.
right?
Correct. What about specialized costs, or specialized care, like an inhaler or an
Isn't that
EpiPen?
interesting? They doing this interview in New York City, and literally, isn't that interesting? But the people she's talking about is people that is like, this make no sense, people. I'm telling you because I used to live in New York City. This make no sense at all. New York have free college. He has free college. But nobody want to go to the free college. They have free healthcare. Nobody want to have their free healthcare. They have free everything, but nobody wants it because it's trash. It's trash. It's so bad. Our VA system, our VA service is trash. I'm telling you, it's trash. It's not about free or paying. I don't know what it is, but free stuff over here in the United States doesn't work well, man.
Hey, for inhaler or prescriptions.
Yeah, it's free.
And I'm just guessing at the most $20.
I'm guessing UK doesn't pay anything, which really sucks because we pay a lot.
I would say it's
Solid.
probably higher.
Considering what it costs here, I'm going to ballpark that at also another 25-ish.
Okay, it's actually 9
Oh, they pay.
pounds
Just 9.
for any medication, which is about $12.
Okay, so they are cheap.
So they are cheaper. What do you think of that?
I am still for individual in medical care.
This is what? No way. No way. That expensive might cost 20. I don't have diabetes, bro. I wanted to check my sugar. It only cost me $15. What are you talking about? No way. The best-selling inhalers cost an average 200. I would like to see this stat. This doesn't not make sense. But
So
that's
have
why
you-
you have Medicaid. If you have no, I don't know where these people. If you have no healthcare, you get Medicaid, and you're protected. It's a state regulated. It's a state regulated healthcare. This is crazy, man. You know what? Because I do believe that some folks in Europe, their system seems like it's working very well, but this is so much misconception. That's crazy. For those folks in Europe, this is not true. This is not true. If you don't have healthcare, you can still go to the state or the federal government. They will provide you with a service, and you don't have to pay. Man, that's crazy.
You ever avoided seeking health care or treatment or medication or any sort of health service because of the cost and you were worried about having to pay some sort of fee?
Yes,
That's true.
I have experienced that a lot with patients that come in with pneumonia, but have been at home for a matter of 5 days.
Man.
And came in when it got worse and had to be admitted to the hospital. And we're like, why didn't you come in sooner? Well, I couldn't afford this bill, so I was trying to take care of myself at home first.
Even just at school, I know people who, let's say, don't have the student health insurance plan, won't go get, let's say, like contraception or things like that because they don't really want to pay for it out of pocket.
I found out later that I had sprained my ACL. I couldn't move, but I also didn't want to call an ambulance because I couldn't afford it.
So what'd you do?
Crazy.
I got on my friend's back.
But my sister, she has
But these people are not working. They're supposed to provide you with the healthcare. I just don't. What these people are doing, they're not being provided. I think by state law, if you're in a W-2, W-9, they're supposed to provide you with a private healthcare or give you the service to get one. You see what I'm saying? Again, these kind of videos, we have to be careful, right? Because we're not discussing what's better or not better, right? And why it's better, right? Because it seems like in these countries in Europe, these kind of system is working, but why? What's the reason, right? In the United States, we do have those systems, especially in New York City, we do have these structures, but it's not working. See, it's not about free and private. We have to figure out what is it that is working.
has like a lot of allergies, so like instead of like using the ambulance for her like anaphylactic allergies,
Yeah.
we have to drive her, which is very scary because you don't know about like traffic or anything. You
Yeah.
don't have the same privileges as an ambulance on the road.
Have you ever not sought treatment because you're afraid of a cost?
No, ma'am.
Do you know anyone who has?
No, ma'am.
What about people who are afraid of the cost of, say, an
I
ambulance?
can-
Okay, that happens all the time because we have so many Americans that don't want to go in debt and they're trying to save money
Yeah.
and they think they can go buy a car instead of an ambulance.
Yeah.
So what would you think if that service was free?
If that service
But the thing
is
is
free,
but the thing is, a lot of states and cities they subsidize it, but the problem is the service doesn't get better. Subsidizing these kind of services does not get better, and a lot of people don't understand that. In the United States, we have places, especially in the major cities, where New York City, this is crazy. They subsidize these kind of programs, but they do not get better. You see what I'm saying? That the problem is not free or private; is service itself is not getting better. And New York City, the taxes are high. If you're making about $70,000, you're getting taxed 40%. Federal and state and city, I think I was expecting more like a contrast between both of them, and I can just take apart what works, what not. But clearly, there's an agenda here.
Um, Anything that's free, sometimes it's not worth having.
But why? Why is that?
77% of people in Britain support the NHS and are happy with it. Would you say that you are happy with the United States healthcare system?
No,
Of course
definitely
she's not.
not.
No, and I'm actually pretty lucky because I work for the university, so my insurance is pretty good.
Yep.
And even then, I'm not happy with it.
New York City, man.
That's a
expensive.
loaded question. I have insurance, and it's good insurance through my husband's company, but we pay through the nose for it. If it were free, I would love that. And if we only paid $350 a month, that would be a huge deal.
Yeah.
I don't believe that our government should be responsible for providing all of us health care. I think the individuals need to be responsible.
I believe in that too.
They need to have a job. They need to
Yep.
look for jobs that provide benefits.
There's so many people, especially people from sort of like lower socioeconomic backgrounds, who can't get the health care that they need because they just can't afford it.
The premiums are still pretty high. They're not unreasonable, but they're still pretty high. The medicine I have to pay for is not covered that much, and it's not even anything crazy. It's literally allergy medicine. And I still have to pay a fair amount every month for just allergies.
People are more than numbers, and they're more than, the change.
Clearly there was an agenda here in the video. I'm not hearing arguments. I'm just hearing I'm not. Clearly, I would love to see more contracts between both systems, because United States is for people in Europe to understand. And outside the United States, our public sector is not the strongest. It's very weak. The more money you put to the public sector, the worse it gets. The worse it gets. It's so bad, right? And well, like I say, there's new companies, right? They're popping up that you have to pay copays, right? So we're moving. The private sector is just fixing a lot of these problems, and I do believe in individuals, and also making sure that we as Americans, we fix this. We don't need the government. We are very smart ourselves. However, we do have public programs that do help. You don't have to pay anything. Right? And if you don't have a healthcare, you're a single mom. You're getting everything, man. You're getting a house, food stamp, healthcare. You're getting everything, but it's not fixing problems. And we have a problem of people not even being healthy. That's another one. And these people are overwhelming the system. Overwhelming. We're paying for people that they cannot control diabetes, cholesterol problem, high blood pressure. These people are overwhelming the system so much. And we have to subsidize that system. I personally believe in individual healthcare in a way of making sure we can fix problems. However, I do recognize that certain folks don't have the means to pay for some of these things. So we can just give them some help. But putting money into the public sector, and it doesn't work in the United States for some reason. I mean, the post office is always late. What else? Our schools are trash. Our schools are trash. Our VA is trash. Our public system is trash. Public transportation is trash. Our buildings, the public buildings are falling apart. You know what I'm saying? Like, some reason our public infrastructure is not as strong. The trains in New York City are trash. I'm talking about trash. You compare it for some of these developed countries like Tokyo, London, Paris, all these great nations. They have a public system is nice. It's nice and beautiful. In our case, it's not. So Obama tried it. He ended up messing everything, because now the deductions went so high that people were paying $2,000 and $3,000 on top of the deduction. It's It's not like you guys think it is, right? It's more complicated, right? But if it is working in Europe, right? It's working in some of these places. Hey, man, good for you guys. That's all I have to say. Good for it. Good for you guys. Here in the United States, we're trying to figure out, a different way. That's what it is. Well, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one.